Hey there, signs of Sagittarius. This is Kim here with a timeless reading for you. So that means when you find it is the right time. It is meant to find you at this time. Let's see. Opening up to your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your angels for these messages. They are always for your most high. Okay. What would you like Sagittarius to know at this moment? Kind of immediately came out. Autumn. Ooh. Nice. Blue temple. Can you get another one? Smoke. Interesting. And one that fell on the ground. It looks like there's some sort of award here or payoff for something that you have done a lot over and over. This could be talking very metaphorical about you having lived many lifetimes. It can represent, to me, like you being an old soul and you have done something over and over, and it's kind of like time for your divine harvest here. Notice with the autumn, this is a change of season, right? It does represent that, kind of into a new cycle here in a way. But you're taking with you what you have learned, what you have gained. There's 9 golden balls on this tree, so it always reminds me of the 9 of Pentacle energy, because there's something here that's coming to fruition. This can indicate a big payout too, coming. So you have interesting cards here. If you notice this smoke energy and then the cloudiness here of the blue temple, it's interesting to me because the smoke card, I'm getting that this is kind of more so here on this 3D, what we're able to perceive here. Or even what's going on here right now, because this card is about illusions and confusion, or 7 of Cups kind of energy where we're just not really sure what is what, who is really who, motivations. Heck, we don't really even know half the time what's going on with Mother Earth until it happens, and we're like, whoa. So there's like just a lot of things that we don't know, basically. And then it branches up into this blue temple, and the blue temple is your connection to the heavens, the celestial realms. So it's like that is where you find your clarity here. That is where you find clarity, is in the spiritual realm, not with what you're physically seeing or witnessing at really any time. And synchronicity is the universe really showing you signs, signals, messages, letting you know that, there's 4 Ouroboros, and a snake is consuming its tail. It's the end chapter is being consumed for the new thing to arrive. So there's a lot of them, and there is a diamond in the middle. It's taken that many turns, that many cycles, or even that much pressure to become precious. The diamond. You have another it looks like a garnet up there with autumn, and then you have a blue topaz in the uncreated card. Not really sure what's on the blue temple. Some sort of blue gemstone, I would think. Azure. Okay, so anyways, the uncreated is something here we can think outside the universe. This is something coming in from a very different place, maybe the celestial realms, for you to create here. So you find, what's interesting, so you find this energy here with the blue temple inside yourself. It's where you can make your connection to spirit, right? The strongest. You find that within yourself. So they're saying, I think they're just pointing out there is a lot of smoke and mirrors, smoke energy here. When you try to look outside of yourself for anything, maybe any kind of validation, anything, because of so many illusions and backwards ways. So this is uncreated. This is the uncreated. This is something from a different universe. This is something kind of big that you're tapping into. And it's saying like it's time for this, because this autumn card is the culmination of everything from your past now coming up to the surface. To maybe things are being purged. There's chapters ending. There's a snake consuming its tail, you can say. You can look at the rotation card as patterns if you wanted to. It doesn't really describe it that way in the guidebook, but I could get that as maybe a repeated pattern that's gone on a long time. You would know what's good for you, though, right? You would know. I feel like that's most people. They actually know when they're repeating something that they feel like is not great for them, or know when it's time to move on even to another chapter. We do have hesitance, resistance, hesitance towards new chapters. That's also kind of natural, isn't it? Yeah, as soon as I say, like, you would know, that card is saying exactly that. Ultraviolet is about a person who can sense what energies are actually affecting them in a negative way. It's not seen. It's felt or experienced in a way, obviously, that's not seen with our 3D availability of what we only see, like point something of or whatever. We don't see much of the spectrum. So but this is like what you can obviously feel more, though. So this is about what energy is trying to break through, crack that and what's interesting is, before I sat down to do your reading, I was thinking maybe I should do a reading for Sagittarius about some people around them. And that's weird, because I never do readings about other people, or you know what I mean? Like, I just never do it about, like, it's usually always focused on you. So the idea was quickly brushed off by me, by my mind of, no, we don't need to do that. But we might need to do that, because we might need to figure out what is this ultraviolet if you need a confirmation for it. Not that you need somebody to tell you. So when this optical doubles came out, it kind of came out in the reverse. And I see why with the ultraviolet card. I see why. Because optical doubles is talking about an illusion of being on the same path. An illusion of being on the same page. So I'm picking up energies from you that are very geared towards 5D consciousness. And what I really mean when I say that is unity, consciousness, love, kindness, positivity. Those would be the first things that pretty much pop up in you naturally. And this other energy, either they're saying that they're just like you, like, here, I'm a star just like you, but they're going in the opposite direction, if you notice that, because they're not. The illusion is that they're close together on the same path, but it is an illusion. So it's talking about, like, literally, out in space, two stars that appear to be very close together but are actually very apart. I think this is a person. I think this is a person. I think this is their energy. And what does it mean when somebody says that it's all smoke and mirrors, right? To me, that it means that you probably grasp or see the reality of that person every now and then, because it ultimately is going to seep through. And then you kind of realize what a facade has been played in front of your face. Smoke and mirrors. Could be the ending then of a karmic cycle that has gone on for a long time with somebody in particular. Or if this doesn't apply to a relationship or an actual person, it can be about ideology, about I always buy from this vendor because they support what I support. I love this group. But then you find out something about that vendor that lets you know, no, they're not exactly on the same page. They were just kind of smoke and mirrors so that you would think that they were all in alignment with what you were in alignment with. It is some type of an illusion here, though, so... Okay, so what is this energy then, Spirit? Who or what is the energy that you're wanting to talk about that is affecting Sagittarius in a certain way? I have a Virgo energy. Doesn't have to be that sign necessarily, but for somebody it might be. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is a person who it says procrastination. I don't know if I get procrastination with that. I get a person that is not being necessarily completely honest, and not necessarily, maybe they're not dependable because they do procrastinate a lot. I don't know, but it's hard to trust that person. We have 10 of Pentacles coming out. It's in a positive position. Oh, wow. And you have the 9 of Cups coming out too. They might not want to be talking about this person too much. They might want to shift it to you. Because, yeah, okay. So let me say that might be them. There's something here with you. Yeah, because, okay, so because I have you, I feel like you are in this big, beautiful, or you're headed towards it, 9 of Pentacle energy to the 10 of Pentacle energy, which is family, abundance, wealth, prosperity, it's completion, right? However, there is a certain energy around this, what you're trying to create, what you are manifesting for yourself, who is maybe not as committed as you, and in some way they're part of this ineffective team. It's because of the energy that they're bringing forth. And of course, everybody's on a different stage of spiritual development, but there is something here that's off, and it doesn't work in harmony with that particular energy. Okay. So I have you being really, because you're really focused here. I have diligence, 8 of Pentacles. Your work is excellent, your skills, your abilities, and you are effective day to day. You have also gotten really good at something. Is to talk about rotation card and mastery, right? So you're enthusiastic also. You have the Page of Wands, and I have the Ace of Wands. So you're really enthusiastic and you're passionate and you're ready to start new things all the time. Like you're adventurous. You're ready for that. So they're literally just pointing out that there's some energies that are not in alignment with this beautiful energy that you bring to the table. 9 of Cups, fulfillment. self-satisfaction, all of your wishes granted for you, things that you really enjoy in life. This is getting emotional pleasure out of your life, out of your days. And I have victorious, 6 of Wands. So you will be victorious. I wonder what, and this is beautiful because I think this 10 of Pentacles is tying into the uncreated energy here of what is to be created, what you're going to do with your skills and with your abilities. Let me grab another deck. I'm picking up somebody who wants to be on your team because they see or they sense that you're the winning team, but they might not be the best fit for you. So just to analyze that. When you see the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, you can think that maybe somebody else or some other people are coming in that would be better to work or collaborate with. Wow. Well, this just opened up a lot more. Okay, I have the Destroyer, the Dead End in the reverse, Eros, and the Gem. A lot of gems here, don't you? Okay. That has to do with that person. I'm pretty sure that has to do with either that person or that situation that has come to a dead end, but it's not actually stopped. Something keeps going on, but it's definitely like over. It's over. It's not working. It's ineffective. Let me get the book and see what they say about the reversal. And then the Destroyer is when we decide to pull up the rug from projects, relationships, people. It's like everything gets changed because of this annihilation mode. Like we're wanting to annihilate something. Oh, the Dead End. Is there a reason here, Kim, that you're not finding? Hang on. Is there a reason you're not finding this? Yes, there was. I was reading it upside down. Okay. Inertia, stuckness, tension, unconscious gripping. It's gripping onto something or someone when it is actually the final chapter here. So the Destroyer kind of comes in. That energy wants to like say, pull the rug out from everything. And then you have some very interesting energy. You have another diamond. That's interesting. Both of these having 2 diamonds here. These are connected in some way. So another death, rebirth cycle, something new. And it has to do with what you desire or feeling like desire, enthusiasm, passion, playfulness, like that's back into your life. That's what they're saying is new. It's coming around because it's time for this energy. It's time for you to feel desire for something and passion for something. It can be about a place and even or a person, but it's this desire that's going to be a main part or attribute of this energy. The gem is something you find when you keep digging, basically. is something you find when you keep digging, and it's found in a very unlikely spot, and metaphorically, because everything is dark, and the contrast of what you find around the gem is what makes it like the unlikely place. You see this underworld energy here. So I have a feeling this gem, see how the colors kind of match with this rotation, is actually found within this energy that is the final chapter. Something that you have learned, ways that you have grown yourself as we wrap this chapter up. That's kind of like what's given to you here. Yeah. All right. Let's pull some from the 108 Oracle. It's on the top. Well, throw that in there. DNA. Here's your DNA. You could have cellular or DNA changes at this time. DNA changes. Solar flares are increasing. However, if it's a timeless reading, I'm not sure when you're getting this, but we'll be talking about your starseed DNA, about you being a very different individual carrying this frequency that is so needed right now to increase of unity consciousness. Time for the wheel and the rainbow. Beautiful. Nice. And the chest. Okay, so we have a strategy that's going to pay off. We already see that it's going to pay off because we have that 10 of Pentacles, completion. You have the wheel of karma. What is destined or inevitable to happen is coming, is taking place, is wanting to say, hey, there's a new turn of the wheel. This is the new cycle. You may call this divine intervention, or even luck and fortune, especially when it's paired with the rainbow. So I have the wish granted, serendipity, blessing, patience pays off, abundance, hope, good luck, a promise, God send, manifesting wealth, prosperity, and perfect timing. And chess, your strategy, your planning, your checkmate, your grand design, thinking ahead, tactics, moves, and counter moves. And maybe a benefactor, somebody wants to give to you as whatever you're doing is going to be giving back to everybody else. So somebody is going to be wanting to give to you. That makes sense. Tell me about DNA. I can't just leave on the reading open on DNA. Tell me about DNA. Activation. There's some sort of DNA activation for the birth of that celestial uterus. Is the uncreated energy in gestation, and the energy is literally meaning there's been something that is activated. DNA to create this. And also another thing that's been activated, wow, you have this ultraviolet and x-rays. Your ability to perceive more and more through that, it's like quantum, isn't it, when we say your clairs that allow you to tap into things that we cannot necessarily see on the spectrum that's available to us here. So this is something where third eye completely open, you can see through just about anything. Even if that smoke energy was there, all you do is you connect to spirit and inside yourself, and things become crystal clear, like that blue color. So it's an activation here. More gifts, more abilities, helping you to create something new, to birth something completely new that you haven't maybe experienced here on this earth yet. Oh, let's get an angel number message and I'll wrap it up. If you'd like a private reading, the information's in the description box below, and they are recorded readings, by the way, just to let you know. You get a private link. Information's in the description box. 777. 11 says I'm intuitive. That was on the bottom. So 777, I'm in flow. Also considered a lucky number, right? 777, jackpot. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in your soul. I am in flow. So that's what I have for you today. Sending you love and light. Bye.